Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, how is everybody? It's so nice to see you. I say it every week. This is my favorite hour and a half of the week. We've decided that we are going to go to 10:30 since the opening letters are taking almost half an hour. I am so thrilled, and I hope that all of you decide to write in your question in advance so your question can be asked at the beginning of the show in your own words. Okay, and I just want to also let you guys know that I'm going to be doing in-person readings at the spa near the tracks, and anybody who wants an appointment should just get a bunch of dates from me in July and August, and call the spa near the tracks at 519-272-1293 to make an appointment with your queen. And without further delay, we'll get right into the letters. My producer told me that if I took 3 minutes, I'd have them done in half an hour. So let's time me. And by the way, before I read the letters, I wanted to say to you guys, after I get done filming the show, the first thing I do, well, after I change into my pajamas, is I go downstairs and I watch it so I can read your comments. So please make sure you leave comments down there. If you have a question, put a question mark behind it, but make comments too, because I do read them and I do look forward to reading them. Now, let's see who wrote me this week. And our first one is from Suzanne. And Suzanne says, I wanted to ask about my friend G. I have not heard a message or a peep out of him. Is all okay, and I will see about them soon, or best to let that person go. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay, well, Suzanne and G, should I keep flirting or should I let it go? Oh. I don't know, this is one of the really delicious parts of a relationship. It's just starting to form and you wonder, does he or doesn't he? Does she or doesn't she? Like, that lasted for what, 2 weeks with us?
I'm sorry, what was that?
That's the part of the relationship where it's does she, doesn't she? That back and forth, not sure whether there's something there or not. It took us about 2 weeks, didn't it?
Yeah, okay, we'll go with 2 weeks.
Well,
That's
two
24
psychic
years
spheres.
ago.
Yes, it was. Okay, so the one that fell out of the Lenormand deck, and I am using the Lenormand deck, is it's the fish, or the King of Diamonds. And so this tells me that he's taking his time. He's mulling it over. So he's still paying attention to you. He's still turning it over in his mind. Maybe you should just focus in on something else. You don't really have to slam the door in his face. You can just put the thing on hold. He's still interested. Put down 5 cards. Yeah. The cards give me 5 weeks. It says that he has flirted. He has kind of, in a way, subtly let you know that he's interested. Probably scared himself a little, so he's backing off. And he's worried that you're not exactly available. So there's that. But you guys there's kind of like ways your paths cross here and there. I see that in the garden. But when I look at what's coming up ahead, you have the King of Hearts. And so he's got you in his heart, Suzanne. Just give it about 5 weeks. Things will move forward. And if I remember correctly, you've got plenty going on in your life to distract you in the meantime. So thank you for tuning in every week. I look forward to your letter next week. And let's see who we have next. Our next letter comes from almond milk candy. I'm going to have some sweets before the show just so I don't get all hungry every time I see that name. Okay, it says, "Hi, Queen. Last week I asked you about a guy on YouTube, and you said it was because my boyfriend was not looking up to par, and I figured out it's because my boyfriend is trying to be like him, being successful financially. Anyways, I wanted to ask you today, when will my boyfriend reach his goal when it comes to money?" Okay, so when is the boyfriend going to reach his goal? And I guess I'll have to put on my glasses. My producer did make the print big, but my eyes just aren't up to it. Okay, so almond milk candy. And her boyfriend. Okay. Oh, let's see when we're going to see some movement there. Almond milk candy and her boyfriend. When will he reach his goals? Okay. They seem to think it's going to be about 6 months. Yeah, he sure is an organized soul, isn't it? Because it's saying that no matter what happens, he's lumbering along according to his plans, and he has goals. But he also has a date marked on the calendar when he's going to achieve his goals, and it's not that far off. And I'm not sure what the star is all about, but it feels like shiny and sparkly. So there's more than just a financial goal here. I don't know whether that means he's thinking about maybe buying a ring or buying a home or making a big purchase, but there's something shiny and sparkly and valuable coming up, and it's part of his plans too. And of course, you got the two hands together and the two of spades, and spades is grounding. It talks about other things, but it's also grounding. And I know with your relationship, you're also both are coming into a little bit of wounded animals. So, you have both been going through your own individual healing, but the relationship has been growing closer, and it still continues to grow closer. You got the two hands here, and in the end, and this looks like you're coming into next spring where you've got him as the king of diamonds. So he's well grounded, well planned. He's got phase 2 of his financial plan. So I think that phase 1 has more to do with your relationship, of course, and just the short-term future with the two of you. So we're probably talking about things like first home, and maybe the W word, but then the next one is long-term planning. So he's always going to have a goal. He's always going to be planning. That's just his nature. Hey, if he does, you don't have to, right? There you go. Okay, thank you for writing in the almond milk candy. Looks good.
What do we have next?
Okay, so next, and I just want to make sure I mix these in good, folks. That's why I'm doing this. Next, we have the Queen. We have Virgo Queen. Always good to see you. And the title of the email is Baby Dreams. Okay. Hello, Queen and Oliver. She says hello to you. Queen, I have been feeling strange. Not in a bad way, though. Just in a way of becoming more aware of things and having vivid dreams with babies in them. I would like to know, when do you see me pregnant, and is it still twin boys? Well, I have looked at that and looked at that and looked at that. I'm going to look at what the reason for your dreams is. I do see you getting pregnant, but I keep telling you, don't be in too much of a hurry. You and I haven't got some loving to do first.
And while Sally's shuffling, just a quick reminder that all readings for our entertainment purposes only.
Okay, so let's see what the next little while holds for Miss Virgo Queen. Okay, so I look at the week ahead, Virgo Queen. The first few days, it does challenge your patience. because you're going to start off the week dealing with a lot of obstacles. And of course, you don't like obstacles. I don't blame you. I don't like them either. But the good thing is that by the time you hit Thursday, Friday, things are breaking a little clearer for you. And next weekend, it looks like Mr. Ivan is going to figure out a way to have some me and thee time, maybe Friday or Saturday. It just looks like it's kind of you have his undivided attention and he has your undivided attention. Well, you are having baby dreams. So practice making babies there. And when I go to the weekend, I get the King of Clubs, but I also get this is the whip or the cudgel. It's a card that talks about over the top emotionality, and I feel like this is Ivan. Where you did say that he might be working a bit much. When I look at this weekend, he's feeling a little vulnerable, and he might be more than a little down on himself. But this weekend, make sure that you are extra kind to Ivan. Okay, so always thank you, Virgo Queen. We love, love, love watching your life. Okay, and next, we have Julie. And Julie says, I'm watching you on Haunting Live podcast right now and would like to submit a question for your live readings this evening. When and where will I be moving near water? Okay, now I recognize this from last week. I didn't print these off, but that's okay. Julie, you still get a little reading for this week. Let's see how this week's going to go for Julie. And the deck I'm using right here is called the Maybe Lenormand deck by Ryan Edwards. And it is a Lenormand deck, but instead of having the 30 some odd cards, it has full 52. So each one has a playing card reference. Okay, so this week for Julie, it starts out with annoyances, little problems, but it feels like Monday is a time to deal with the little annoyances and little problems and solve them quick. Little problems like mice, need to be solved quickly. And it's especially important because when you get to the middle part of the week, you're dealing with some pretty important money issues. So you want all the petty stuff out of the way first. And then when we get toward the end of the week, you've got a fella around you. Right here, you got the prime guy. And look at the way he's doffing his hat, and he's just Mr. All That in a bag of chips. But I'm seeing eyes looking at you very flirtatiously. That's exciting. And there is this spark, this bolt of lightning. So it's going to be a hot time this weekend. Sunday, I think that you might not be feeling too well. Keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm just somebody who does readings. But according to the cards, you're going to feel a little punk on Sunday. Well, a lot punk on Sunday. You may be hung over, but you may have a bit of a cold or a touch of the flu or something. But it just feels like you've got kind of one of those tummy achy, body achy kind of days. Okay, so overall, it's a good week. Sorry about Sunday. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for writing. And I hope all of you will write a letter into me so I can read them right at the beginning of the show. Well, in the first half hour of the show.
And speaking of Sunday, tune in every Sunday night at 9 p.m. right here on the Queen of Booga Booga channel, where we do this every Sunday.
That's right. And Swaggy Star has an email. It says love question, but it's got a big question mark after it. Okay, so Swaggy Star says, hello, Queen. I am so glad that this this new man in my life came into my life. He's showing me what it means to be truly valued and loved. It's a breath of fresh air, Queen. So with that, I want to say, is there anything specific coming up for us in the next 3 months? Ooh, oh, good. Now, I love doing reads on people whose lives are headed in a good direction. Okay, so let's see. Aw. Aw. Well, you notice here you've got the King of Diamonds, and the King of Diamonds is a man who's well grounded and knows who he is, knows what he is. He's got potential, he's got stability, just the kind of guy you want to have. And this is also somebody, he's got that, but he's also got some action behind him. He's got passion, he's got feelings. He's not boring. He's not boring. He's not boring. He's not boring. He's just as grounded and stable as somebody who's boring. Thank goodness he's not boring. And so here you are, the Queen of Spades. And the Queen of Spades is someone who demands truth and who has basically been tried by hardship. And when I look at you, you seem to feel like for the first time in your life, you can relax and let yourself be loved and let yourself be pampered. And you are right. You asked me to look at what the short-term future holds for you guys. There is, I think it feels like this is when you're getting into the cool nights, so we might be looking at September. But there's a weekend away. You know, it's not a sun and fun weekend, but it is something close to water. So that you've got a really nice weekend coming up. This relationship is progressing nicely. You see the two little birdies together. I always like the way they're kind of cocooning, and of course birds are the most loyal, monogamous, well, most breeds of birds. You know, they're the animals that mate for life and do not stray from their partner's side ever. Birds are just like really close to each other. And I see that with the two of you, where there's this idea that there's a lot of communication between the two of you. You know how some people will wait a couple days and like do your own thing for 2 or 3 days and then call you. This is a relationship that comes down to you're either calling, texting, or somehow talking and communicating with each other on an everyday basis, where your lives are synchronized, which is very cool, and it makes you feel good too, because you end up as being the prime woman. I like to see that. This is good for you. Keep it up. Be happy. You deserve to be happy. Okay, and thank you, Swaggy Star, for watching. Thank you for sending a letter, and send me one next week, and we'll look at something else for you. Okay, so my next question is from Wicked Fairy. Okay. Just love anything wicked, right? So, this is, hi, Miss Sally. Thank you, first of all, for the family advice that helped me understand that wasn't my fault and things are getting better slowly. Today, I have a question that is about having mouth surgery. Oh, my insurance doesn't cover dental, and I've been dealing with this situation for a long time. Well, I get surgery this year. Oh my. Okay, so, boy, that's a tricky one. Wicked Fairy and wicked dental surgery. Okay, so what can we do about the dental surgery?
Pull them out.
Oh, she's too young. I know a lot of us do that, but she's too young for that. Okay, Wicked Fairy. First off, when I see this card right here, the garden, my eyes are drawn by two things. One is the amount of spades. And spades are grounding, but they also tell you to face your problems head on. And these balloons are kind of saying, well, you've gotten your warning. You know, the dentist is probably giving you an idea of how long you have before this, you just can't put it off any longer and it becomes a pain issue. So the universe is basically saying, you've been warned. Now, here you have the two swords, crossed. And that's clubs. That's talking about getting to action, but it's talking about, find your helpers here. Okay. And I get a feeling that you are going to have to look at the cost of it, and you are going to have to look at financing, because the next two ones are diamonds, and diamonds will talk about your money. And it says that you've got more support and more luck than you think there. But you've got this book here too, and I just get this idea that you're going to have to finance it, because it's not something that you can put off any longer. So I'm sorry to have bad news, and keep in mind this is for entertainment purposes only, but my cards and my instincts are telling me that you're going to have to think about financing. You're kind of being warned, hey, this is coming up. Make the plans for it now. Don't wait till it gets to be an emergency. And the dog says that whatever it is you're having done, it'll be a while. You have a long while before you have more dental work. I tell you, sometimes the dental problems just make us feel like we're right in a corner. So,
and who do we have next?
Next we have Ashley. And right. Ashley would like to know if somebody is trying to attack me and my partner spiritually, and how can I block them? Okay, so yeah, that's okay. So the one thing, if you feel like have negativity being thrown at you, regardless of whether it's a person or the universe, or you've just gotten the attention of something negative. If you feel like you have something negative around you, that's a time to start putting up your protection. And that goes not only for Ashley, but that goes for everybody out there. I always strongly suggest that you keep a little bottle of rosemary oil and just put the little tiniest bit of rosemary oil on the back of your neck, right at the nape. That spot's really, really, it's your most vulnerable spot. And if you protect that, you're usually protected. And let's see, you can use crystals. You can use pretty much, any of the black crystals. Kyanite, which is a lovely blue crystal, is excellent for repelling negativity, as is citrine. And kyanite and citrine do not need to be cleaned. So that's that right there. So even before I do a reading, no matter where this is coming from, protect yourself spiritually, because there's something there, or you wouldn't be getting red flags. But let's see if there's a person source. Do we have somebody who's out there who might be a little jelly? Okay, so Ashley and negative spirituality. What's going on? Ooh, somebody's trying not to be seen. Yeah, protect yourself, because you've got somebody, and it's a female, and I don't know, is a friend of yours who's jealous because she feels like she deserved a boyfriend more than you, or whether this is somebody who wanted your boyfriend specifically and feels like he deserves her more than you. Anyhow, there's this feeling of entitlement, this feeling that she feels like she should be in your place. So yes, protect yourself. Don't let yourself be thrown into petty squabbles, and however many crystals you have to carry in your pocket, do it. Do it. Carry a couple crystals to protect yourself. Do the rosemary oil. But the question is there somebody there? Yeah, you got somebody jealous at you, and they're throwing negativity your way. It's easy enough to deflect, because once you get rid of that, the person and the blockades they're putting up, you're actually in a pretty good situation here, Ashley. I can see why somebody who doesn't know how to be happy and how somebody who doesn't have a relationship of their own would feel jealous of you. That's not your problem. You've got romance around you, and that's the key to happiness. And happiness.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
So, it looks like we got one more.
We do.
One last one.
One last one, and then I can get to everybody's questions.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so this is from Patricia, and she said, "Hello, I want to know a time frame when I will be in a financial position to give my landlord notice to end tenancy. I am in need of a big change and can't wait." Well, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. Okay, so you want the winds of change to come through your life, but you want them to come in a positive way. There is a little thing that, like if you feel like you've got blockades in your life, and this is just a little energy thing, and it's about intention. If you feel like your life is blocked, if you feel like you have obstacles, think about it and then clean a closet with the intention of releasing obstacles, and your obstacles will be released. It works. Plus that, you get a clean closet. Okay, so Patricia, let's see if we can get a timeline as to when you can get out of this place. Ooh, they're throwing me a 2. Oh, a 3, sorry. Maybe I need stronger glasses. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so look at that. So what this is telling me, you notice right here you got a 6 and a 6, and you've got the grounding right in the middle. So this is things coming into being. So this is telling me that these are the energies that you're sending out, and they are going to come back. So make sure you clean out a closet. Here it tells me that yes, you are going to get the ways and means. Because you have the star and you have the tower, and the tower talks about institutions, but institutions feel like they're working for you because you're right next to there, and you're the queen of spades, and you're also the prime woman, and there's all this grounding. So within 6 weeks, you get whatever news, whatever information you need to feel confident in handing in your notice, because that comes in 6 weeks and the notice comes in 7. All right.
All right. Now that we're almost at 9:30, let's get on with the live questions.
So, yeah, your timing was very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All
And
right.
before we get on to the questions, I just want to remind you guys about the Ghost of Queens event, which is coming in the last weekend in October. That is Halloween weekend, and we will be holding that with the Haunting Live podcast, guys. And those events at the Queens are always a lot of fun. We're kicking it off, as always, with a nice dinner, followed by some speeches. I will be talking about my experience with the Ghosts of the Queens. The Haunting Live podcast guys will be talking about the equipment they use and their experiences as paranormal investigators. And then we have a very special guest, and she will be doing a speech on mediumship, and she will also be teaching a workshop on mediumship on Saturday. And so, of course, Saturday will be workshop day. We'll have a pajama party on Friday night for everybody staying at the Queens. And on Saturday night, it's the ghost walkthrough and the seance. So make sure that you go to the Haunting Live podcast website to get all the details and to buy your tickets for the whole weekend. It's only $140 plus accommodations, and the Queen's Inn has put aside a lovely block of rooms, most of which have 2 beds and can accommodate up to 4 people, so you can share the cost with a friend. So I look forward to seeing you there.
Our first question comes from Mary Ann.
Hi, Miriam.
Mary Ann wants to know what to expect in July.
Really?
An engagement ring. Well, look at that. Congratulations, Mary Ann. I hope you say yes.
Well, you gotta see who's asking. But there is some sort of proposal coming your way. The producer is right. That ring just came flying right out of the deck. So this July is a month for relationships and love. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so it gets better as it goes along, because July starts out with a bunch of little annoyances. All these little problems, little holes in the dam that you have to plug. It's kind of like, it feels like once you get one problem solved, there's another, and then another, and then another, then another. But that kind of gets the time going. You know, because by the time you get to mid-month, you're sort of distracted with all the other. It's busy month. It starts out very busy, but it distracts you from the personal things, which is kind of a good thing, because that allows some relationship issues to work themselves out. Because you get to mid-month, and that's your most active part, is like right around the 15th, 16th. You've got this. You've got the King of Clubs coming in, and the King of Clubs, just the way this comes in with the turbulence, he comes in with turbulence around him. So once we get past the middle of the month, you go right to the anchor, and the anchor tells me that you're getting grounded, things are slowing down, you're getting your groove back, basically. Because when July ends, and it ends with the dog, and of course the dog's about loyalty, about good things around the heart, and it is 10 of hearts, so it tells me that July is going to end on a very good note. So all the little annoyances and the problems that you're dealing with at the beginning of the month segue into the end of July, where you can focus in on friends and relatives, and especially on love. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, Miriam.
Next, we have Queen G.
Oh, Queen G, how are you today?
Queen G would like to know if their spirit guides have any messages.
Okay, so I'm going to change cards because I can. And remember, folks, I like to go down afterwards and read all your comments. So if you've got something to say, I mean, of course, the questions, but if you have comments to make or requests, just make them down in the comments. And I'm switching over to the, sorry about the noise, to the Medieval Scapini deck.
Our favorite.
It is. Okay, so what are we looking at again?
Queen G wants spirit guide messages.
Spirit guide messages. All right.
Time for you to do some channeling.
Mm-hmm.
Sally doesn't like to do channeling.
Well, that's not exactly the case. I'm just a bit of a control freak. But, one of the things that I saw was, I actually saw the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is in this deck. So I wouldn't be surprised if that shows up in your reading. But it also tells me that you do have a guide that wants to get in touch with you. I hope you start meditating or keeping a dream journal, something to make yourself a little bit more open to your spirit guides, because you've got a male spirit guide around you that really wants to talk to you. And I know he can talk to you through me, but I'm not right by your side. And he is. Okay, so spirit guide messages. Yes, they say that they try and talk to you all the time, and they promise they'll talk a little louder. So look for things to get a little strange there. Yeah, you definitely got a male guide who a younger male guide, and he's telling me I'm being pulled toward the clover. This is a time for you to be more confident of yourself around money and around career opportunities. You know, when you see something coming up and you think I can do that, but then you look at what the requirements are and you go, oh, I'm not qualified. Apply anyway. If you feel like you can do the job and you want the job, if you're half qualified for it, apply for it. The worst they can do is say no, and your guys feels like you sell yourself short and you don't ask for things that you should be asking for. Don't worry about being selfish. You're not a little kid in a big family anymore. Well, I expected to see the Knight of Cups, and they send me the Emperor instead. Okay, so one message is that you have a relationship in your life, and it says that even though he's not your friend's cup of tea, you two get along very well. And so this card kind of says you're someone that you love and want to spend your life with. Doesn't it's nice that they get along with your whole family and all your friends, but that's not necessary. What's necessary is that they get along with you. Okay, that's what you guys have to say. I'd start listening to them.
Okay, and that was for Queen G. Next, we have Janice, who would also like a reading from her spirit guides.
Okay, so Janice's spirit guides. What do Janice's spirit guides have to say to her? Oh, my goodness. This is either your mother or your grandmother, but you've got an older woman spirit around you. And there's so much in the heart. You know, she's just basically saying that she is around you. And like I said, I'm not sure whether this is your mother or your grandmother, but somebody up the family tree. But this is somebody that your heart still aches for, and she says that she's around you. So listen to the subtleties a little bit more. You're another one that might want to start meditating, because you do have a past loved one who definitely wants to be a bigger part of your life. So, spirit guide messages. Wouldn't surprise me if you got maybe Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, maybe the Empress. The Four of Swords. The Five of Swords, sorry. And it's a Five of Swords reverse. And what one of your guides are telling you there is you need to put old hurts on the back burner. Sometimes we're molded in our adulthood by the mean shit the kids said to us when we were kids. And little kids can be little a-holes, really. And your spirit guide is saying, let go of all the negative crap that the bullies told you when you were a kid. It wasn't true back then, and it's not true now. So you gotta let it go, let it go, let it go. And I'll tell you, you'd think that it'd be easy to let go of something that negative, but I understand it's really hard to let go. It took me years to get over the bullying that it had when I was a kid. So let it go, let it go, let it go, but work on your confidence, because again, you're selling yourself short. This right here, the Four of Pentacles reversed, but you have the the idea of the Four of Pentacles is hanging on to something tight. When it's reversed, it means that you can let go of it. But in the midst of it, you've got this lady in blue here. And you remember I said you had a spirit around you? I think this is her. And she's saying that whatever blockades, whatever barriers there were, she was having a hard time reaching you, this person that I talked about, whether it's mother or grandmother, is going to break through in dreams big time with you. She's going to find a way to communicate. You're going to have an opportunity to learn something new in the not too distant future before the end of the summer, and this is a good thing. Knowledge is power. You never go wrong learning things, and this learning experience is much more valuable on the other end of it than you thought it was going in. You know, where you're going to class, oh, I'm just going to learn this and that's going to be cool. And then once you get done learning it, you get all kinds of opportunities to use that knowledge, to use that new skill, and to benefit by it. All right.
Well, that was a reading for, I don't remember now. Next, we have Astrid. Astrid wants to know whether her and Samir Khan are soulmates.
Yes. You keep asking that, Astrid. Astrid, I'm going to look at that. And, of course, because you ask it, you know, it's going to be, every time you ask something, it's like on a shorter timeline. So it's just going to show me what's going on between you and him over the next couple of weeks, okay? And we're just going to see in the short term how things are going and what's going on there, because there is kind of a bond there, but it's an uncomfortable bond, you know, and I'm not sure why that is. I'm just being told it's about politics that I wouldn't understand or relate to. See, and even here, there's this worry about whether you guys can move forward in your environment, whether you can progress with this. And you're worried about losing your grounding. Good. Okay, so you have the Two of Coins, and it's, even though it's reversed, it's also on the positive side. So it tells me that you have free will. And even right now, even though you feel a little trapped in the situation, you have free will. So you can do things to make this relationship move forward a little bit more. As far as timeline, just double checking. Okay, so we're probably looking, if you can reach out to him, if you can get a stronger communication, because that's what's working against you guys right now, is communication. As soon as you get communication, good strong communication going two-way, it happens within 5 weeks. Because you both, and I only understand it so far, because it's not part of my experience, but both of you seem uncomfortable. Both of you are nervous, and both of you have a hard time moving forward in relationships. There's just so many complicating factors on both sides as far as relationships going forward. Well, it's good and it's bad to be part of a tight-knit family group. But it is as it should be. It is moving forward. You can be a little bit more assertive. You can be a little bit more expressive, you know, and reach out to him a little bit more, trying to get that communication going. And I hope you both manage to get rid of your hang-ups. Use a 70s term there.
That probably would have worked better without you squaring your mouth off there.
I have no control over what my face says.
Selena wants to know why she has become a little bug magnet. They keep showing up near her or on her.
Oh my goodness. Well, the thing with little bugs is they talk about annoyances.
Well, she does say she's annoyed.
Oh yeah, gnats and mosquitoes and the like, all annoying. But usually when you feel like there's an underlying reason, there is. You know, it's like when you see an animal in the wild, it's an animal. But if that animal looks at you somehow or something makes you think, that's a message, it is. We're all a lot more psychic than we think. Okay, so right in the middle you've got the Ace of Pentacles, but it's the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So you are right. There is an underlying cause. You're letting your life stagnate. You're not taking advantage of opportunities. You're not moving forward. So bugs are coming around being little annoyances trying to move you forward. Metaphorically speaking. That end. Oh, and whatever perfume thing you wear. You might be wearing a cologne that your boyfriend likes, or because there's a scent that's on you that has something to do with relationships, whether that's a cologne or a type of scent that makeup puts off, or hair product. Start experimenting around with taking off some of these scented products, and that includes makeups. Makeups all have scents on them, so do deodorants. Change the brands. Even if you go for unscented, the unscented means that people can't smell them. Okay, and the final shot it gives you is the Three of Wands, and Three of Wands says that there's a lot of opportunities right in front of you, and not to stand still. So look ahead of you career-wise. You are letting opportunities pass you by.
Okay, well, there you go, Selena.
There you go.
Hope you're happy with that one. I know I am. Next, we have Grace.
Hi, Grace.
A general reading for July, please.
All right. And
just a reminder, all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
And I know that I'm not going to get to everybody in this time, but I just wanted to say before I read Grace that I have put up horoscopes for the month of July, and that is on my channel. And it's one video this month. Next month they'll probably be a little bit longer and take more time. But do go and visit them and let me know what you think. And now this month for not Selena,
Grace.
Months ahead for Grace. Okay. Ooh. So, to say that July is going to be a challenging month for Grace is an understatement. You saw the devil, and the devil talks about being tied to habits, being tied to addictions. And it also talks about being tied to an abuser. And so this is a month where things kind of come to a head. There is a situation that you think you can do nothing about. And because you think you can do nothing about it, you have done nothing about it. So this devil situation is something that's ongoing. It's something that you've been accepting in your life. So why would I look at that for the month of July? Because in July, like I said, this is coming to a head. There's a point where you just say no more, and you're getting real close to that point. Because when I look at how July ends, even though you're dealing with this and you're just can't move forward, and you feel so blocked by the devil, by your abuser, when you get to August, when you get to August, you have put things into balance. So I think that July is a month where you either stand up to your abuser or your abuser gets what he deserves. So, sorry it's not a better month, but boy, does it end on a good note. Because you are going to see karma work in a very good way for you at the end of this.
Woohoo! Love watching karma work.
Hey, amen.
Hi, Amanda. We are great. How about yourself? And happy Independence Day to you as well, Grace, and all you other traders.
He thinks he's funny. I'm the funny one.
Yeah. Penny Lane would like a general reading.
Okay. And I would be delighted to give Penny Lane a general reading. Okay, so. Dead center, you've got King of Swords, but it's a King of Swords reverse. And a King of Swords is just like when he's right side up, he's all about truth. When he's upside down, he's all about lies. And this right here, the way he's showing up and the way I feel about it, it tells me that the next little while is a real good time for you to have zero tolerance for lies. Remember, lies are always intentional. They're always disrespectful. They're always intentional. Nobody lies by accident. And anybody who lies knows they're lying. That's why it's disrespectful. So whatever your tolerance for lying is, you need to reset it to 0. Nice. When somebody lies, they kind of slow up everything. Or they make things go in a way that the truth doesn't want it to go. And it has been keeping you from healing. It's been keeping you from moving forward the way you would like to move forward. Okay, so positively aspected, you've got 7 of Wands. So whoever the liar is around you, the liar is going to lose the people who listen to him. And that's the thing with liars, is that they like people to listen to them, and they like people to believe their lies. And then you're sitting there just grinding your teeth because how can everybody believe that liar? Well, guess what? You're going to see them not believe the liar anymore. So you are another one who is going to get karma, and it's going to feel good.
Okay, that was for Penny Lane. Next, we have Loveheart, who wants to know how her married life is. Apparently, she's absent from it.
You asked for that one. I'm not even going to give him a 1. Okay, so it's what heart? Penny heart?
Loveheart.
Loveheart. How can a relationship go wrong with a name like that? Fabulous name. Whoops. Nice. You have the death card here, and don't draw your breath in. It's only a bad card in B horror movies. It usually talks about changes in the politics around you. Death in this card doesn't bring death. It takes away what is dead. And in your case, it feels like some old attitudes towards you. You may have had some people that were working against you within the marriage. They lose their voice. They lose their effectiveness. So whoever the disclaimers, whoever the troublemakers are, they are losing their ability to create trouble. So that bodes well. That bodes very well. Okay. Loveheart's marriage. Oh, this has got to be something This, it shows it to be a nice new beginning. So it shows as being a new start. So I'm wondering if maybe I'm looking at newlywed here. Not newlywed, maybe somebody that's in a new house. Because there's this feeling of newness and change all around you. New surroundings, new way of looking at yourself, new way of looking at others. That's great. That's how it should be. So you've got a good start here. Seven of Wands, getting on top of things. Aw. So, this one right here, well, I'll look at the Seven of Wands first because they just said it and didn't give you an interpretation of it. This tells me that there are competitive situations. It tells me that you've come up on top. So apparently you got the trophy husband there because there were a lot of women who had their eyes on him. That's okay. You on top position. The great thing about when a man loves you for years and years, he will always look at you and see you as the person you were when you first met. So say you met your husband when you were 18. When you are 58, he will look at you and still see an 18-year-old. So he will just end up loving you more and more and more and more as the years go by. I like to see that. And then when I look ahead, you have, this is, it's the past, but the past is in a concept. The past is in something that you can learn from. And you can learn to, you can learn what your respective parents did right, and you can do those same right things with your children. But, even when you look at the scene, a mother and a child together, it makes me wonder, you guys have got to be real young because it's showing the children that are coming in too. Yeah. And for your final card, you've got the the 10 of Cups. Yes, your marriage will be happy, and it will produce two children. I wonder how many children you've produced already.
Well, there you go, love heart. There is your married life.
Yep.
Laid out on the table for the whole world to see.
Eat your heart out, everybody.
Next, we have Tanya, who would like a reading for the week.
Okay. Let's see how Tanya's week's going to go. Ooh, the runes want to talk to you, Tanya.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so. Oh, there we go. There's this week. This week for Tanya. You've got a lot of things going on, but the thing that you're really going to be focused in on is family and home. Family and home. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what all these other rooms are, but that's the topic of the week ahead. And so if that's all that wants to be on your mind, I guess that's where your focus is going to be. Ooh. Okay. Let's see if we got Bracana. All right, so when I look at what's going on in the now, it's talking about seeing if there's a little spark and planning for the future around a little spark. But you've also got Pertho here, and sometimes I see Pertho as being the womb. And that's why I turned all over the runes really fast to see if I saw Bracana too, because when I see this with Bracana, it usually means baby. But I am still looking at this week being family and home, family and home, family and home. So conception is possible here, because you've got two fate runes, 2 out of 3 fate runes, and one is planning for the needs of the future, but the other one is living in the present. And it says there's a wait, but there's a wait that leads to a gift. A gift from heaven, a blessing. So I'm assuming that a wait until winter and then there's a blessing is telling me something. And then at the end of the week, you have Urus. So it tells me that you end the week in a strong position. Urus is wild ox with strength and health. So I don't know, maybe you've been having trouble sleeping or something like that, but for whatever reason, when you get to the end of the week, you are feeling healthier, you're feeling stronger, and you're feeling more rested. So you got a pretty good week coming up.
Well, there you go, Tanya. Next, we have Lady Lilith.
Hello, Lady Lilith. I always like to talk to nobility.
I'm going to have to sum up this question a little bit. Lady Lilith would like to know about hard work, money, and business.
3 great things. Yes, indeed. What do we get with hard... What does your hard work get you? Okay, and hopefully there's money there. Yes, your hard work does get you money. It does say that whatever you're working on, be aware of the fact that you're not being told everything. So leave a little wiggle room there to solve little problems on the sly. You know, be flexible that way. And as you go forward into the year ahead, it says that this is a good time to be energized. So don't let yourself sit still. Don't let anything stagnate. Don't let problems stagnate. Also, you've got these 2 right here that they both look like M's, and they're really closely related. This one means horse, and this one means mankind. And this is about symbiotic relationships, so it's working together toward a greater whole, you know. So then you've got Manas, and Manas is sometimes called the hug room because it's talking about 2 people working together, but getting that balance, you know, where both, so it's a win-win situation. And you also have family here. So getting other people to pull their weight is key to your financial success. So don't worry about being naggy or anything like that. You're not asking that much. You're asking people to do things that donkeys can do. Remind them of that. Okay, so we look into right now in the short term. Okay, so this is, it says that you love what you do, but there's that reminder that things can get too much for you too fast, which gets right to, you know, be willing to delegate, be willing to share the responsibility, be willing to share the load of it. You know, we're no man is an island. We do need the help of others, and you are perfectly within your rights to enlist and even demand the help of others. And then when we look at this little circle around family, got home, rapid changes, and ancestors. So there is changes within the family, and keep in mind this is for entertainment purposes only. But I do see changes in the family, and I don't think it's death, but I do think that you might get one of the older folks maybe moving into assisted living or something like that, because it feels like there's you know, like when one of the old folks, say, goes into a nursing home and is no longer part of the decision making of the process in the family, then everybody's role changes, and you've got a change like that coming up within your family where everybody's role changes. But you've got Feihu aspected at the end of it, so it tells me that the path you're on does lead to long-term success. And you asked about business, and this is a kind of success you would find around business, because it's about renewable resources. It's about, you know, like if you have a business, you know, you make something, you sell it, you bring in money, you buy more supplies, you make it, you sell it, you bring, you know, and there's that whole cycle of business, and that works for you. So you are well aspected in having your business cycle set up correctly. And you have Iwas right there, which is it's that spear or the rune of the hunter, but it does kind of confirm that you will get what you're looking for in the business world. And the runes also say that you're a strong competitive player in the industry, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that. Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay, next we have Haunting Live podcast. What or where will I be July 18th?
July 18th. Well, I'm just going to go back to my old friends here. July 18th for Haunting Live.
What will they be?
Well, hopefully you'll be doing what you had planned to do on the 18th. Okay, so first you get the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is it's about dissatisfaction, but it's reversed. So I think that you're probably pursuing something that you've pursued in the past. Because when you ask that, I know it's because you have something planned for the 18th. And that Four of Cups says this is something you've planned before and it's fallen through, or it hasn't come through as you've wanted it to. This time there isn't that dissatisfaction. I like to see that. You've got the world, and even turned upside down, it says that there's potential there. So let yourself be light of heart. Let yourself be hopeful. Let yourself be hopeful. You've got Judgment here. This time it works out for you. So on the 18th, you're going to be doing something that you've been planning to do that's fallen through, and this time it's going to work out for you. So let yourself be happy, let yourself be hopeful, and let yourself be in a good mood, because it's going to turn out well for you.
Well, there you go, Haunting Live podcast. Next we have
No
Lisa.
cynicism. No cynicism.
No cynicism.
Yeah, that's right.
From whom?
From Haunting Live. About July 18th.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I wasn't actually paying attention. I was reading the rest of the chat. Lisa Love would like a general reading.
Okay, general reading for lovely Lisa Love.
Yeah, for the week ahead.
For the week ahead. Okay, so. Okay, so there are plans there are plans being made, but they're long-term plans. So whatever financial plans, it tells me right here that you'll be planting some seeds, planting some seeds for future for future benefit. Whether you're talking about maybe setting up a bank account to buy a house, or whether you're talking about learning a new skill to make yourself more useful at work. But this week is about planting seeds. And there you show up as Page of Swords. And it says that you've been tried by fire. I think you may have had some, you may have had some, what's the word I'm looking for? Awakening kind of experience, eye-opening kind of experiences.
Epiphany?
Epiphany, but I didn't want to, I was trying to look for another word other than epiphany, because it doesn't have a religious experience feel to it, but it looks like you've kind of taken the shingles off your eyes about the reality of what's up ahead of you, and it's empowered you to know how to move forward in a better way. Definitely, because you've got the Page of Swords here, and it goes to the Page of Cups. So it says that you are getting the message about life, and you are getting your stuff together, and you are moving forward, and you are putting behind you some of the more childish, airy-fairy things, and looking at things in a more realistic fashion. So overall, you're headed in a good direction. It's a yawn, but it's still a very good direction.
Okay, next we have Meme to You. Ava, I'm going to skip over you. We're going to take care of you privately. Meme to you would like a general reading for next week.
Okay.
There's a colonoscopy in the works.
Oh. Ava, light candle for your dad. He wants to come through and talk to you. Okay, so we're mean as an MEAN.
Yeah, MEME to you.
Oh, meme. Oh, well, that's better. Okay.
Is it?
Well, a meme is better than mean, right? Okay, so seeing what's happening. Memes to you next week. You weren't kidding when she said you weren't kidding. She did say she has a colonoscopy coming up.
Yes.
Oh, because you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like the experience itself, but you've already set yourself up for that. Having said that, it's not as bad as you expect. You know, you're really kind of building this up to be something bad, and at the end of it, you got the Queen of Coins, so you do get good news at the end. It's not as bad as you expect, but there sure is a lot of drama building up to it, and the Lovers reverse, like, I don't like this. Why do I have to do this? I don't like this. And kind of mad about it. And then you've got the Tower reversed. You know, where something that you just, maybe this is your first colonoscopy or something, because or the last one went really, really bad, because you're kind of feeling sorry for yourself. Why? But after all this, turns out just fine. Just fine. You'll be happy with the
Yay.
news.
So, in the end, everything comes out fine.
That's one. He's been trying.
Chris wants to know, as a energy worker, can you please let me know what area I need to work on the next week?
As an energy worker.
Yes.
Okay, so should we be focused on next week? Let's focus. Okay, so is it dead center? It talks about healing, but you see how it's reversed? It's saying, you know, you've been doing this healing thing too long. Let's work on something else, not healing. You've healed enough. You've healed enough. And, you know, both of these swords reversed, talk about being kind of stuck in a place of fixing things. And your guys are saying, no, don't look at fixing things. Look at doing things. Because the very best thing you can do as an energy worker is not this crap about healing or reconciling or any of that. All off the table. What you need to focus in on is, what do I want and how do I get it? This is a week for you to be proactive. So, what do I want and how do I get it?
Well, there you go, Chris. Next, we have Lashika. Welcome back, Lashika. Lashika's back in her country and wants to know what's going to go on for work in the next few months.
Whew. Whatever you were told in your last position is not necessarily true, and I just say that because the Two of Wands came flying out, and it kind of says, you know, somebody's been making Lashika feel like this guy right here under Mephistopheles' foot. This is Faustian reference, but it also says that this isn't necessarily so. So let go of whatever negative energies has been put towards you in the past. Lashika and opportunities. Okay, there are opportunities. The Seven of Coins here says you're kind of looking in too many different directions. You're looking at what you think is going to work. You're looking at what you think is going to make money. And what you really need to look at is what's going to make you happy. Because whatever is going to make you happy also earns you money. But there are plenty of opportunities to be had. You've got the Ace of Wands, and even though it's reversed, you still have the flames, you still have the roots, you still have the energy that comes with the Ace of Wands. This is a good new start for you. So let go of all self-doubt, every last bit of it. And quit worrying about what other people say you should do, or the right thing to do, or the profitable thing to do is. What do you really want to do? And whatever you really want to do, that's what you should be doing. Because you've got the Ten of Pentacles as kind of your final outcome, your final direction, the potential that's there. And you can tell by all the coins in the picture and the deep roots that this is something you want. You want that long-term financial stability, and you can set yourself up for that.
All
with
right.
happiness.
Before we get on to the next question, folks, please do us a favor and share our videos. I do speak English with a foreign accent, and I have problems with my V's and my virgins. That's two.
Yes, that's two.
Okay, next
He's
issue.
trying for the three. That's a grand prize.
And number 3, the eye rolls get harder. Next, we have Sweet Baby Girl, who wants to know about the rest of the month. It's only
Okay.
July 4th, so yikes.
There's a bit of month left, sweet baby girl. Love that name. Okay, so July for sweet baby girl. Woo! You've got a 7, and it's a Chariot, and so this is a month to move forward and get some travel under your belt too. This is a month for you to be go, 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 on the go, and in a good way. You're in charge. Make things move forward for you. Woo-hoo-hoo. And you also have the 8 of Wands, and you've got the lovers game. So relationships move forward too, but you got this idea of move forward, move forward, move forward. The next little while, you are better off not sitting still, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go. There we go. When I look at what comes up toward the end of the month, you've got some opportunities coming your way. So by the end of the month, you've got a choice. You can take path A or path B. And there's free will. It doesn't matter what you choose, just make a choice. But you've got 2 really good options put in front of you at the end of the month. Really active month, as it should be. Make sure that some of this activity goes toward travel.
Well, there we have it. Next question is from James Gregory.
Hi, James.
James wants to know what to do about his business plunder and how to go about handling an investor that is ghosting him.
So, yeah, when an investor ghosts you, you're right. That's a bad thing. It's kind of better to write the investor off and find someone else. But that's just my opinion. Let's see what the cards have to say about it for James. Definitely find yourself another investor. The Knight of Coins shows up. So that tells me there are investors around. There are people with money around. But the one that's ghosting you right now is ghosting you because he doesn't have the money he says he has. So you might as well ghost him too. Yeah. And I know right now you're saying, but on paper, yeah, it's easy to make, well, it's not easy, but it's possible to make yourself look rich on paper, and there's plenty of people to do it. This guy doesn't have the do-re-mi. But when I look at it, says if you go into, instead of into a pentacle kind of mindset, which is well grounded, let's stay still and wait. The wands are fiery. They say, let's go. And this says this is a good time for you to see what else is out there in the community, because you can find other investors. And when I look at the final outcome, you've got 6 of Wands. Within 6 weeks, you can have yourself all well again. All you have to do is energize that. And as far as the investor that's ghosting you, he's a loser.
Well, there you are, James. Next, we have Jade's Cloud.
Yeah, and by the way, these are for entertainment purposes only. I am not the one who gets to decide who is and who is not a loser. That's just my opinion.
Which is why we won't be answering James' second question about a stock. Jade's Cloud would like a general reading regarding an Aries and his thoughts on her.
Ooh. Aries. Okay, so see if we get the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Cups for this Aries. Which queen is she? Well, you've got the Hermit. That's an interesting card to have come up. Ooh, we don't have a couple aces here. So he wants to know about the Aries woman in his life.
Sure, or the other way around. I'm not quite sure what the genders are on this one.
Yeah, well, generally you have the Hermit in the middle. I know the name, the Hermit, says loneliness, but it's not just that. Because what this is saying is insight, and it's saying make sure that you have a good view on this relation, on this situation. You know, so there's this idea of look carefully, step carefully, and thoughtfully. Overriding, you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This can be a good new start. Honesty is important, very important. And, you know, most people are kind of a little loosey-goosey. You need to drive home the point early on in the relationship with the Aries. The honesty is demanded. That you won't accept anything less than honesty. The Aries will comply. This is someone, I don't know whether the Aries is showing overflowing with love for you. And I know that Aries can be proud, and they're not going to show that they think about you all the time, but your Aries thinks about you all the time. Okay? So, you got some pretty darn good cards here. Just be confident, take charge of the situation, be observant, and fix little problems quickly. This has good potential.
And finishing up our Sunday night with our last live question is Sonia, who wishes everybody a happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, Sonia.
It's lovely seeing you.
And she would like a reading for the week ahead.
Okay, so Sonia's week. What kind of a week is Sonia going to have? Okay, Sonia, first off, and I know you've been wanting to see karma kind of get a few people, and secrets are coming out this week. You get to sit quietly by the sidelines and see what happens. Awesome. You've got the world reversed, so it tells me that it's not 100%, but it's close. You might get 80% of everything you want out of the situation. You've got a good week up ahead, and it lands on a really good note. You've got judgment, and it tells me that things that you've done in the past to move yourself forward is going to pay off in a big way. Something that you've been waiting for is coming through. It's like Gabriel blowing his horn. So you've got a good week ahead of you, girl.
Okay, then that is the last
And-
live question. Are we going to do the 3 cards thing?
Well, of course we are.
I'm just asking because it's
Yeah.
10:30.
Yes, of course we are. Everybody's looking forward to that. And make sure you look at my horoscopes. And of course, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about them.
So now we have a segment where Sally holds out 3 cards and you pick one.
That's right.
And that will be your card for the week or for the day
For the week,
or the week.
it will be your message for the week. And
And which deck are we using for this?
this is the Crystal Oracle deck. And that was given to me by my cousin Chris. And it's a very nice deck. He knows how much I love crystals. I even use them in my readings when I do the readings at the spa. Anybody who would like an in-person reading with me, just call the spa at 519-272-1293 and make an appointment to see me in person. And here's your message for the week. So look at these 3 cards and pick the one that resonates with you. Which one are you most attracted to? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Now, count that down again. Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. So, card number 1. And card number 1 is lapis lazuli. And lapis lazuli is about all the third eye stuff. And it's about intuition. And your intuition is going to be very strong this week. Make sure you trust your intuition. Also, you kind of got a lucky week there because there's a little bit of protection. Not that you should push your luck by dancing on a cliff, but that's kind of close to the edge of the cliff, just not right on the edge. Okay, so number two, those who were attracted to number 2 picked Moonstone. And the Moonstone is Goddess Stone. It's very feminine energy, and it talks about intuition, matters of the heart, all the subtleties. It talks about new relationships. So look for this week to bring through new relationships, but also look for some people from the past to come your way as well. And your intuition, your spidey sense is going to be right up there this week. So trust your gut. Got 2 very psychic stones in a row. See what the third one is. And those who picked number 3. Oh, very nice. Picked apophyllite. And apophyllite is this lovely white stone. It's got
Hold it up.
And it's got a lot of divine energy to it, protective energy to it. This is a week where you are going to be inspired and probably feel a little bit more spiritual than usual, and your dreams are probably going to be a lot more intense this week too. So good on you. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Tune in again every week at 9 o'clock Sunday nights for Psychic Sundays Live with my producer
Woo!
and your queen, Sally Diane. See you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.